This animation is my project. It's based on density, mass, and volume. These three, in my opinion, may be very confusing, so I'm going to try my best to describe each one and clarify any misconceptions one might have of them. Let's start first with density. Let me start by drawing two equal-sized boxes. On the top box there's going to be 4 particles, and on the bottom box there's going to be 8 particles. Now density is basically the compactness of a substance or the amount of mass relevant to the volume it takes up. In my drawing, since the two boxes are of equal size or volume, it's clear that the bottom box is 2 times as dense as the top box. But if the bottom box was twice as big as the top box, they would have equal density. A common misconception, however, is that if an object is heavier than another, it must be denser, but this is not always the case if you don't take into consideration the volume. Now let's talk about volume. Again, I'll start off with a drawing, this time of 2 different containers with some weird green liquid inside both. At first glance, the one on the right may look like it has more green liquid than the left container, but they actually have the same amount. Volume is defined as the amount of space something takes up. Finally, let's talk about mass. Mass is defined as the amount of particles in a substance or object. Mass is often measured in grams or kilograms. The volume of the object doesn't quite tell you if an object has greater mass, because one may simply be denser. Another misconception is weight and mass are connected, but they're not, because weight is based on the downward gravitational pull, which would differ if you were on, I don't know, the moon, but the mass would remain the same because gravity doesn't affect the amount of particles in an object. In conclusion, volume is the amount of space taken up by an object or substance. Mass is the amount of particles in an object or substance. Density is the amount of mass per volume, or the amount of particles relevant to the size it takes up. Again, some misconceptions are that height and the amount of something weighs are relevant,